Hello, dynamic stars. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in today. And this is Azurite 22, and we're going to do what we always do. We are going to work on our intuition so that we can bring it to the fore to bring you more. And today we're here with a pick a card reading, but a very different type of pick a card reading. Sorry, can't even speak today. I'm so excited. We are going to work with the angelic realm, and we're asking for who in our angelic family is working with us today, angel or saint. Kind of the same thing in essence, but a saint is someone who actually lived in this life and then was canonized or made a saint after their death. So we have 10 choices here, and this is a mix of saints as well as angels. And I just want you to take a gander. I have the picture at the beginning of the video so that you can see. I'm not going to put anything on them. No stones, no shells, nothing. Just you and your intuition. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Deep breath in, everybody. Shake out those shoulders, roll them out, and choose a pile. So timestamps will be below. Quick announcement before we begin. I am doing a reading sale. If you are interested in a personal reading, they will be $17.17, and it will be a video link. So you'll get a private link to your inbox with your reading. It will be the 9-card reading that I do. That is a pretty extensive spread so that you get a good sense of what's going on in your situation. And should Spirit give me the need to pull more to get more information, I will do that as well. So that is something to think about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Timestamps below. I will see you at your card. Bye-bye. For those who chose pile 1, card 1, we have Raphael. Raphael is all about health and healing. He heals the mind, spirit, and body. He brings new information, ideas that promote healing, and he's also the patron saint of the medical profession. So for those of you who chose Raphael, call him close to you today and pretty much every day forth. This is an angel that will help you heal all sorts of things for your physical body. If there's pain anywhere, please go see the doctor because you don't want to take anything lightly. I'm feeling like some of you, there might be a pain in your lower back, possibly in the kidney areas. Please go check it out. I am not a doctor. I am just suggesting that since you chose this card, there could be something that needs to be looked at so that you take the correct action, whether it's a nutrition change in your diet, add more nutrients to your diet, flush your system out with additional water and other nutritionals that the doctor may suggest for you. So that is what I'm getting for those of you who chose pile 1 for Archangel Raphael. And of course, say his prayers, ask him to intervene on your behalf, your family's behalf. Okay? All right, what we'll do is we'll just put them up a little bit like that. For those of you who chose card 2, Archangel Jophiel, the Archangel of beauty, wisdom, creativity, and clarity. Archangels are neither male nor female. This particular archangel is most definitely feminine. And she is uplifting, vibrant, inspiring, and she helps you to see your own inner beauty as well as outer beauty. She is a very, very beautiful, beautiful angel. And by pulling this card, there may be some inner conflict within yourself about just how you look, how you present yourself to the world, how people feel about you. Jophiel is here to tell you, do not worry. I see your beauty. And if I see your beauty, everyone else can too. But you have to see it first. And the beauty that you have to seek is what you know to be inside of you. It's very, very, very difficult to do, but you have to stop worrying about other people and how you present. Whatever the authentic you is, let that come through, because you'll never be happy without being the authentic you. And that authentic you might be a little weird, but guess what? Look at the world we're in today. There's a whole lot of weird. Find the weird that matches your weird. Find the crazy that matches your crazy. That is what Archangel Jophiel wants you to do. She wants you to be yourself. Show who you are, because that now will attract to you the people who will find you attractive, because you respect yourself. You give ashe to the spirit that you bring into the world. And that is what Jophiel wants you to see, know, and understand. Oh my God, I love Jophiel. Beautiful. Okay. For those of you who chose pile 3, Archangel Gabriel. He is the angel of water. He is a very, 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 he loves creatives. He loves creatives, artists, painters, writers. So if you are any of those things, if you are in the creative industry at all, dance, musicians, please pray to Archangel Gabriel. Ask him for his assistance for your endeavors. So beautiful, this angel energy. I can barely speak. It's just like I feel like I'm floating. It's just such a light, bubbly energy. The meaning of Gabriel's name is God is my strength. So if you're feeling like you don't have the strength, if you're not fully empowered, call on Gabriel. Ask him to come in and give you the push, the edge that you need in whatever you're doing at this time. He is also the messenger of God. He's a communicator. He's linked with the third eye and the throat chakra. So you may be feeling like there are certain things that you can't say, or that you're not able to express yourself completely and fully. Ask Gabriel to assist with that as well. And if you're not on the creative realm, if you're not dealing with that aspect of life, you could also get help from Gabriel for your children, to help you raise your children the way that you see that they need to be raised. Because one child is very different from another. You could have 5 children and all 5 children are completely, absolutely 100% different. Gabriel will help you to really attune to the specific needs, and not just, oh my gosh, the food, the clothes, the school, the this, that. No, the spiritual needs of your child, the personality nuances, let's just call it that, right? That your children have, that you need assistance in not dealing with, not rectifying, but massaging and shaping and guiding them so that they become what you see is really there to bring out that golden nugget from embedded in the earth, to scrape it off, to bring forth that burnished beauty that you know is there. Gabriel will help you to do that with your children. All right. Now, for those of you who chose card 3, Chamuel. Chamuel is the archangel of peaceful relationship, and he will help you to tap into God's unconditional love. Chamuel is all about conflict resolution in relationships, close relationships with family, friends, whomever you're having an issue with. Chamuel will bring that peace. He will bring calmness. He allows you to see what's going on from beneath the surface, deep underneath the surface, so that you understand the underpinnings of the situation, so that maybe having a little bit of knowledge of where they're coming from, you can see a better way of handling the situation. I'm just going to read you some of my notes for Chamuel. Angel of peaceful relationships. Pray to him to discover, learn more about God's unconditional love, to find inner peace, resolve conflicts with others, forgive people who have hurt or offended us, find and nurture romantic love, and reach out to serve people in turmoil who need to help and help them to find peace. So, if you're also looking for a love relationship, Chamuel will also help with that, because that's one of his things. Chamuel is that angel that will help with singles. Okay, for those of you who chose card 5, Saint Therese, the little flower. This is such a special saint. Saint Therese died very young. She died at the age of 30. However, she had a very interesting life. She was very, very quote unquote oversensitive. You know, today's world, they call it emotional. But that's because she was highly empathic. That's because she felt everything that was around her. And of course, there was no New Age movement, when she was around in the 1800s. So they just thought, oh my God, she's just spoiled. However, Saint Therese went on to do mental prayer all on her own. She stopped doing things out in the world because one time she was praying. She was very ill, fever. She was bedridden. People thought she was going to die. Her family members, her mother died, her older sister died, the one who was raising her, and people thought she was. And she sat there and she was praying because everyone knew she was a prayer. Her mother wanted to be a saint. Her father wanted to be a monk. So this was a very, very religious family. All of her sisters went into a convent. And she saw, while bedridden, almost, dying, she saw Mary, a statue of Mary, smile at her. And she was healed, cured instantly. So when she told people about this, they wanted to know, what did Mary look like? What was she wearing? So on and so forth. And, Therese didn't want to say it because she's like, that's personal. I don't want to do that. This is not about, aggrandizing myself. This is, this was my healing. So people, of course, immediately said, oh, she's lying about it. Made her go into her shell even more. But what she did was she started doing small acts of kindness, of love, of sucking it up, so that there was not that blowback from others. She learned the hard way that people can be cruel, even people who believe. They can be cruel. And she learned to love, forgive, and still pray anyway. When she finally went into convent, it was a whole journey. She had to go to the Pope to ask to enter the convent because they thought she was too sensitive. She did. The Pope gave her the right. She went and joined the convent. The same types of things happened to her. So again, she had to do small things, little acts of kindness in order to move forward, to be successful there in the convent. She was a Carmelite nun, and great deeds were not allowed them. They had to stay hidden and just say their prayers and pray for others. Her act to show in some way this kindness was to scatter flowers everywhere, partly why she's called the Little Flower. Her prayers were heard. She herself wanted to be a saint, just like her mother wanted to be a saint. And at the end of her life, she was made a saint. Within, I think it was 20 years of her death, she was made a saint. So a person that was, quote unquote, very emotional, very oversensitive, had the fortitude and the wherewithal to give in small ways so small that people didn't see it. At least the people around her in her life didn't see it. But when the story of her life was published, the public saw it. Catholics saw it. And they made a plea for her to be a saint. And she became a saint. All of that to say, your little acts of goodness and kindness are seen by the divine. Do not worry about the people around you. That is not your worry. Pray to Saint Therese, because her work here on earth was to show us that sometimes by, yes, turning the other cheek, even though she wasn't struck or harmed, but allowing the divine within us to shine through the unconditional love, the joy, the happiness, the cheerfulness, allowing that to be your weapon is what will bring what you need in the situation. And you ask Therese for what you need. You ask Saint Therese for what you need and pray to her. Okay, for those of you who chose card 6, Ariel. Ariel is the angel of the earth, protector of earth, angel of peace, the angel of manifesting love, and is also the tallest angel. So he can see all of creation. And of course, Ariel is the angel of animals and all life on earth. So of course, those of you who chose this card are probably very focused on your dog, your cat, just the environment, or if you're not involved with it yet, that is something that is very, very important to you. And do what you can to step more lightly on the earth. Do what you can to be the one who brings peace. Do what you can to keep yourself at peace. And if you're ever feeling lonely, upset, at dis-ease, go into nature and just allow your senses to flow into the nearest flower, the tree. Commingle your energies with something in nature that calls and draws to you, because that thing will help you to heal in that moment, because it'll be different things each time. Because if you share your energies with a cactus. Maybe you'll be prickly enough to ward off an attack by somebody nearby you. Maybe if you merge your energies with a rose, a pink rose, you will embody the sweetness, the tenderness of heart, so that that friendship that you're about to cut off, you might not, because maybe that person just had a bad day. What I'm saying to you is you can take on the energy of whatever thing you commingle your energy with in nature. You have that ability to do that. And I'm sure that is something that maybe you already are aware of. And if you're not, try it. It's going to be very easy for you to do. Pray to Archangel Ariel to show you more of your talents and your gifts, because there's so much more that you haven't discovered yet. Okay. So, thank you for those of you who chose pile 7. Zadkiel. Archangel Zadkiel. The meaning is the righteousness of God. Zadkiel helps us discover the divine aspect within us, and he helps us to heal and transcend unhealed energy. Oh my. So for those of you who chose Zadkiel, there's a lot of stagnant energy, things that you are just pushing down, tamping down, and you have to stop that, because one day you're just going to explode if you haven't already exploded in some areas with some people. Work with Zadkiel, say his prayers, do a novena with him for 9, 10, 12 days, so that you can ask him to heal those places within you, those relationships, those feelings, that energy. Displace it and put it elsewhere, out into the world. Disperse it out into the air, into the ocean, wherever, but out of your body, out of your spirit, out of your aura, so that you can function the way you're supposed to function in the moment, in the situation. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who chose card 8, Uriel. Uriel is the meaning is God is light. Uriel reflects God's light, and he's the angel of wisdom, illumination, light, and he raises one's vibration. I want to read you some of my notes about Uriel. Very beautiful, beautiful angel. He is also an illuminated seraphim, and the seraphim stand closest to the Creator. He's an angel of immense light, power, with an incredibly high vibrational frequency. And he is also known as the flame of God, and he's the angel of divine presence, the presider over Tartarus, hell. So, nobody can get out because they can't stand the light, and he reflects God's light. And Uriel is the embodiment of God's light, and is the patron of the arts, and also provides us with a direct link to the realm of spirit. So if you want to raise your personal vibration to become connected to higher energies, definitely call on Uriel. I just wanted to just say that, just to give you a really, really strong sense of how high and how beautiful this archangel is that you've chosen. Any area of your life that you feel has darkness, ask Uriel to shine his light on that area, to provide you with insight, information, backstory on what, why, how, who, so that with this new understanding, with this download from Uriel, you know how to move and function, because with understanding comes insight into what you should do and how you should do it and when. Because I'm feeling for this group who picked this, when you do things, the timing of things is very important, because there are certain things that have been said and done, and if you do them out of sequence, there could be an issue for you. And Uriel, reflecting God's light, love, and wisdom, will help you with that. Speak to Uriel daily. See if you can have a practice where you ask Uriel to walk with you. Maybe sit with you as you sit in your meetings, having lunch, having coffee with whoever these people are. That is something that should be done always. Always work with Uriel. Carry something, an image of Uriel, a coin from Uriel, something. He will always work with you and protect you. I feel for those of you who chose Uriel, this is part of why you came to earth this time, if you believe in that, to help bring forth the truth in situations. So sort of like you're a truth bringer, the truth bearer. All right, I hope that made some sense to you. Thank you so much. All right, for those of you who chose card 8, Archangel Michael. Everyone knows Michael, right? Michael is the defender. Michael is the one who brought down Satan. Michael is the one who is the warrior for God's church. Michael is the one who walks with the swords and defends you against your enemies. Michael, Michael, Michael. Everybody knows Michael. Ask Michael to come and hover over you, to protect you and defend your home, defend your family. Ask him to defend you, to make you feel strong, to bring you strength, to strengthen your aura. Michael is the defender and protector. I guess Michael says he loves you. Michael says he wants you to be at peace. Michael says you believe but you don't believe. Michael says stop that. Michael says you must always believe no matter what people tell you. We are here. The archangels are always here. The archangels are always here. You may not feel us, you may not see us, you may not smell us, but some of you may, because some of you are learning and growing enough to see and know that thing out of the corner of your eye, that was an angel that was just watching over you and guiding that situation. You see some dark blue out the corner of your eyes, you turn and there's nothing there, that was Michael. Archangel Michael says, stop and believe. Stop and believe. Stop and believe. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you. For those of you who chose card 10, St. Jude. You are so blessed. For those of you who chose St. Jude. St. Jude is the saint of impossible cases. So if there's something that's been heavy on your heart that you have not been able to work on, please say a prayer to St. Jude. St. Jude, you know, the place where beautiful little children go who have cancers, it's named St. Jude for exactly the reason why I just said. St. Jude deals in impossible cases. And young children with devastating forms of cancer, in many cases, is considered impossible. And we know of the great many successes the St. Jude Hospital for Children has had, right? So for those of you who chose card 10, St. Jude, I'm going to read the prayer for St. Jude to you. And maybe this is a novena you can do for the next 9 days. Pray this to St. Jude 9 times every day for the next 9 days, so that your prayer is taken directly to God through St. Jude about your situation that you find impossible, that you need a miracle on. The prayer is, O holy St. Jude, apostle and martyr, great in virtue, rich in miracle, near kinsman to Jesus Christ, faithful intercessor of all who invoked your special patronage in time of need. To you I have recourse from the depth of my heart, and humbly beg great power to come to my assistance. Help me in my present and most urgent petition. Make your request here, put your petition in, whatever it is you want. In return, I promise to make your name known and cause your name to be invoked. St. Jude, pray for us and all who invoked thy aid. So, again, the instructions for this novena. Pray this 9 times a day for 9 consecutive days. On the 8th day, your prayers will be answered, for this prayer has never known to fail. Please don't forget St. Jude once your wish is granted. So for those who chose pile 10, that is all you have to do. You have to sit down and just pray. Put your intent on what it is you want and focus on that and ask St. Jude to help you. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you gained a lot from it. And please do let me know in the comments what you think about this. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.